Good morning, good morning. 8th of May, Victory in Europe Day. Also a day to remember the lifting of the siege of Orleans. And the weather forecasters got it right. It's raining. Never mind, it's only a short walk round to La Place Verdun, where things will happen today. This is the Place Verdun. There you can see the town hall and quite a few cars this morning. In the middle of the place is the monument to those of the town that were lost in the 2 world wars. But the action today starts here in the church of Saint Nazaire, l'Église Saint Nazaire. And as we enter the church, we see that the first thing as you come in is a font to remind us that we come to the church through baptism. And for those of you that like this sort of thing, there's a dish with some water so that we may remind ourselves of our baptism. And you will see lots of people here will dip a finger in the water and then cross their foreheads. Confessional box. Doesn't get a lot of use. Probably should. But the church is at the moment empty. 2 ladies are preparing it for the Mass service, when it will be very full. And it's my habit that I don't film services. There's a statue of St. Joan. Now, besides being Victory in Europe Day, it's also the day when the lifting of the siege of Orleans is commemorated. And of course, St. Joan was there at that particular piece of history. But there we are. Well, we've just finished the church service, the Mass, and as you can see, the various folk have come out. Now, I'm not exactly sure what's happening next. I think we're going to stand here for a while and then have a ceremony around the war memorial, I think. But there we are. Let's see. Well, there we are. We've finished in church. Now we're standing in the rain. The flags are going to get wet this morning, but I'm sure it won't be the first time. And there's our town mayor who's going to say a few words. And we're arriving now. I brought you here sometime last year. This is a memorial to the maquisards, the men and women of the Maquis who fought for the life of France and for liberty. Now, quite a few people are still on their way from La Place Verdun, and we'll be ready soon. You can gather that the rain has stopped, so I'm not holding an umbrella anymore. It wasn't supposed to stop, but it has.
Des pots de gerbe. Homard. Un pot. Vous pouvez disposer.
Maintenant, on va au cimetière dans une ferme.
Well, that was a good morning. I didn't take as much video as I would have liked because the weather wasn't exactly brilliant. We started with, in English, a mass service, a proper service in the church. The church was full of people, as you would expect. The priest spoke to us about, in commemorating the end of war, we should remember that one of our great challenges is always to pursue peace, with the hope that we don't have war. He spoke about it being a necessary evil, but the permanent hope that we shouldn't have to do it again. Anyway, from there we went outside the church. Flags were lowered and raised at various points. We all stood there with umbrellas, parapluie. And we then went to the monument to the members of the Mackey from this part of the world. Then we went to the town cemetery. When I pulled up at the town cemetery, it wasn't raining. By the time we walked to the grave where flowers were going to be placed, the heavens opened. From the cemetery we went to the salle de fête, where we drank a certain amount of liquid. I was good because I was driving. I had orange juice. I give you an idea, I had to ask for orange juice. And we had a lovely sociable end to the morning. Now I'm back here. I'm sort of thinking about what I need to do for the afternoon. But there we are. A day to remember the end of war.